Hello, my name is Michael Sharp. I've had this Norwood mill for close to 4 years now. Since we've had the mill, we started up a full-time company named More Than Wood Sawmill. We've saw mostly cedar. We do saw a lot of oak for the oil field industry. We got the mill, then we ended up getting the furniture shop. Now we got us a little kiln put together. The cedar's what does most of our business, especially with the Norwood mill here. It cuts through it so good, which a customer can bring in a tree, drop it off with us, come back in a month or so, pick up a fully functional piece of furniture. It has made me a really good business to where me and my wife both could be working here at home, kind of work our own hours. It's just been awesome. The affordability of this saw is what got us started. We hated to just go all in and spend $40,000–$50,000 on some of the mills they got out there on the market. To test the waters, we bought this one, and now I realize I don't need one of those $40,000 machines. This here will do everything I need it to do. Whenever I got this, it was basically the first time I ever got to have hands on a sawmill, and within a week I was cutting perfect boards. First, I had my wife out here. I was having to show her a few things. 30 minutes of showing her, being out here with her, just sawing through hackberry like it was butter. And she had a good time. I didn't think I was going to get the mill back for a little while. With the Norwood mill here, it's fuel efficient, which is what we really like about it. We can operate it a day, probably on a tank of gas. We've been running it, like I said, for nearly 4 years now. And it's operated at least minimum 25 to 26 hours a week, just solid running without any problems. The minor things that you have to replace, the belts and stuff, but I mean, it does such a good job. I forget, it was the May 12th tornado. A lot of the trees that got damaged or blowed down in some of the people's grandmas and grandpas' backyards, they brought them into us. We sawed them up and turned them into porch swings and benches so they could remember their family, remember their home place before it got damaged, and we was proud to get to do some of that. One of the neatest trees I guess we got to saw was off the OU campus. The groundskeepers up there called us and said they had a 36-inch on the small end white oak, and that's a big tree because I think it was nearly 40 inches wide on the butt end. We had to square a little bit of it up so the machine would clear, but the machine's not even rated to cut that big, but it'll do it. Oak, cutting a 24-inch wide oak board with a machine just went right through it like nothing. The hard part was handling the slab afterwards, which it's crazy that this machine can handle that big a log. Looking at it, you just think, well, I don't think it can do it, but you put a log in it that just almost dwarfs the machine and it'll saw it just right through it. It's fun to operate. It's a blast. Each piece of wood, each board coming off there I look at every one of them. They're all something unique in them. It's neat to see, the cedar trees, the oak trees. It doesn't matter what we're sawing. It's fun. I enjoy it. But I wouldn't be scared of telling anybody if they wanted a mill and they've got a big enough footprint to hold a few logs and set the machine up in a planer, to just have at it, because it pays for itself. If you're just building for yourself, you can saw it yourself. You know what you're getting. You're not getting no particle board. The only bad thing is you may have to work more than you wanted because everybody will be wanting lumber. It's started me a really good business. It's been a dependable machine. The simplicity of the machine makes it easy to operate. We thought we might starve to death when we first bought it, but it's been a blessing. We've been busy. I see no slowdown in the future. It just increases probably twice fold every year. I mean, it's just you can turn it into as big a business as you would feel like you want to do.